Hello everyone, welcome to this StreamLabs OBS tutorial. I'm going to show you guys how to set up a green screen and how to fix a common issue out of the box with webcams with their auto color correcting feature. So let's jump into it. Here's StreamLabs OBS. I have it open right now. I'm going to create a new scene. I'll click the add a new scene button. I'll call this scene blank scene. So in this scene, I'll just drag it up to the top here so you can see that I'm working in this blank scene. So in this scene, there's no sources yet, the building blocks of your scene. So I'm going to click the plus sign over here to add a new source, and this will be the background that will shine through the green screen in our clip. So here's image. I'm going to click that image. That'll be add source for the image background that I want. So I'll click add a new source instead. I'll name the image background, and then I'll click add source, and then I'll browse for an image here. It says image file, browse for it, and then this window pops up. So I'll put these spinning cubes, it's a GIF here, put that in there. So I'll hit done, and then there's my GIF. So I'll stretch it to the full size of the viewport so that it'll be ready to shine through. I'll kind of center it. So there's my background, it's ready to go. Now we add another source. I'm still in my blank scene, so it's not blank anymore, but that's neither here nor there. Add a new source here by clicking the plus button under sources, and this time it'll be a video capture device. So we're going to connect our webcam now. I'll click add source, and it's going to be, I'll add a new source instead. Video capture device, we'll call it camera. So I'll add the source, and then as soon as you do that, you get this window now, and the camera's a little bit big, but see, it immediately wants to select the built-in cameras of your machine. So since I have Surface Pro, there's Microsoft Camera Front, Microsoft Camera Rear, and USB camera. So USB camera is my external webcam that I have set up and angled the way I want it on a tripod, all ready to go. So I'm going to click the USB camera and see if that loads up. And if it doesn't load up, if it didn't load up, what you want to do is click deactivate, and then go unplug the camera and plug it back in. So I'm pretending it didn't work. Go over here, unplug it, and plug the camera back in. And when the camera plugs in, it boots up fresh. And then when you click activate, it'll always work fresh when you plug it and unplug it. So there we go, the green light on the camera turned on, and that's how my camera indicates that it's going to work. And so that's activated, and as you can see, my skin is orange and the background is green, right? But as soon as I walk out of frame, the green screen background turns gray and nasty. So what that means when I try to green screen it, I'll close this window for now, I'll hit done, is that I right click. Well, first of all, let me resize this, because as you can see, my camera is a lot bigger than it needs to be. I'll bring it down so that it is within the viewport. Right about there. It kind of snaps to it. It definitely snaps when you bring it up like that. So that's good. But you could see I'm still orange, and so this'll, if you really didn't have a problem with that, then this is where it will have you run into problems. So when you right click the camera, if you get a different menu, like right click somewhere else until you get this big menu, so you can click filters, and then it'll bring up this window which, oops, this window, which has your visual presets, which you can set. Now see, we didn't select sepia tone or anything like that. It would look like this, but it's already making us orange. So we didn't select any of these visual presets. Like flashback makes us even more orange. But at none, we still look orange. So it's very bizarre. When you click the plus, then you get an add source filter dialog box. You click the drop down here and tell it you want a chroma key. So here's the chroma key. I'm going to name it GreenScreen. This is how we add a green screen. We hit done. Now if your webcam comes out of the box without this color correction thing, yours might look fine right now, and in which case you're good. You can just bloop, head on out of here, but make sure you hit subscribe and like and all that good stuff. But yeah, if you don't have a webcam that doesn't have an auto color correction feature out of the box, you might have this grainy thing happening to your green screen right now where it's all noisy. And remember how it turned gray when you walked out of the frame? As soon as you walk out of the frame, then boom, it all turns gray again. So it's tempting to want to mess around with these settings right now in the green screen settings, the filter settings for your green screen, and say, well, maybe if I turn this similarity from 400 up to 600 or something, you know, up to 500, 500, you know, then it kind of works. I'm still orange, but nah, you don't want to do that. Leave it at 400. I'll show you why. Because we're going to change one parameter in another area, and it's going to make all of that unnecessary. So you leave that at 400, you leave this at 80, leave this at 100, all these default settings, you click done. You have your green screen set up, but it looks awful because it's still grainy, and as soon as you walk out of the frame, bam, it all goes away and your background disappears. You walk back into the frame, your background is like sort of there. So the way to fix that, you double click on your camera source here that you created, and you bring back this window. Bring this window back up. If it's not activated, you gotta activate it with this button, and mine's already activated, so we're good. But we're configuring the video now. We're gonna click this box. Click the configure video button, and then a little window down here on the taskbar will pop up, but it won't automatically focus on it, so you have to click it in order to get this window visible for you. So there will be two tabs. You want to be on the leftmost tab, the video proc amp, and you'll see here's this auto column. So there's your auto correction setting for white balance. There's a white balance auto color correction feature, so you uncheck that box, and as soon as you uncheck this box, your green screen works and you don't have any of that greeniness. But you can adjust your white balance slider here. The left is cold and the right is like warm sepia. So I like to put mine right in the middle, maybe a little bit towards the left, you know. And I think that's good to go. I hit apply and I hit OK. And there it is, it's all fixed. You hit done, and now you have a working green screen. The background's there, I'm here, and that's how to set up a green screen in OBS and how to fix issues with webcams out of the box that have auto color correction settings, auto white balance settings out of the box. Now, this will not fix it for your regular camera app or Skype or Zoom or anything like that. If you're in one of those apps, you need to try to look for that parameter within those apps to disable any kind of auto white balance adjustment or auto color correction or whatever it is, exposure. Just find a way to disable those within those apps, and that should be how you take care of it. But this is how you take care of it in StreamLabs OBS. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Y'all have a good one, and take it easy. Like this video, subscribe, and leave a comment if this helped you. Take care now.